Still waiting for a big smile out of you. You're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy? Or
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Rick's Blazin Takes. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you here with me. I appreciate that. So without further ado, let's get right into it. What's up, SimWorld? It's Rick Blaze coming to you live and direct. Another episode of Rick's Blazin Takes. It is Freaky Friday. Yeah, for some of you guys, it's the last work day of the week. For others of you, you ain't been doing nothing all week anyway. You feel me? Anyway, let's get right into the show. Now, it's time, fellas. It's time, ladies and gentlemen. It is time. The race to one seedings have been finally decided. It's going to go down, how it's going to go down. And before we get into, I know everybody's going to get into who's winning, who's losing, who's playing who. I just want to take a moment in time right now to just give accolades to all the teams, all the players, and all the coaches and all the organizations who made it to the race to one. Everybody had the 31 games to play. And every team that made it didn't start out really well. You know, if you can recall, BTA started the season off terribly, like 0 for 5 or 0 for 6 or something really bad like that. Rocky Mountains wasn't a team we really spoke highly of as far as being like a number one seed throughout the year. They just grinded away and did their thing. They had one moment in time where they had like a 7-game win streak and they were just blowing everybody out, right? Run DMV started off really slow. They wasn't really killing it early on. And they've turned it around. You have G5 who fired their coach Bilardi, because of their slow start, and they turned it around. So shout out to these teams. I'm just looking at the Legacy Conference. Bad Boys Basketball, who has a star who's been underperforming for me all season long, but when it came down to the win time lately, he's been stepping up. Beast of the East has been solid all year. Originator's been solid all year. And Reigning Trades has been fairly solid most of the year, right? Then you look over to the Legend Conference. You have Southeast Select, who's been I ought to go pull my footage because somebody's gonna call me a lie, and I can't wait. But if I go back, and I'm going to go back probably the next episode or two, back before the season started, I said Southeast Select is going to be that team. I know it's easy to jump on a bandwagon now. I know it is. I'm not going to pull the footage right now, but trust me, if you go back to an early episode of Blazin Takes, my receipts are already there and is already accounted for. Now, I thought Baldridge was going to play a bigger role, and maybe he will in the playoffs or in the tournament. But that part of it I was incorrect about, but I've always said about Southeast Select. Lone Star has been really, they freaking crawled to the finish line, but they're here. Showtime has had its ups and downs. It's had several coaches, several interim coaches, and its biggest thing as of late was their number one star, Bronny James, has gone down. So they've had to battle that. Bay Area has had has had a target on their back all season long, and so they've dodged more targets than they've been hit on. So that's good for them. H-Town's been solid all year long. They had a coaching carousel as well. So they've gone through some things. Yacht Club has underperformed most of the season, but they managed to get enough. Coach Laster managed to get enough games right in a row to slide in the 6th seed. Best Coast was a great team starting off. They had a number one player. The number one player left the league, and then they had to kind of recalibrate with Lace Darius, and they've been rolling. APAC has been that Cinderella team that's kind of been just big game hunting all season long. No one ever gave them a shot, and they've just been plugging away, winning big games after big games. What I'm saying is I want to give all these teams, all the coaches, and all the players a moment to get their accolades. A lot of the media, a lot of the people, the other players are going to spend the rest of these few weeks tearing down, pointing out holes in your game, who's going to win, who's going to lose, who's going to beat who. Cool. I understand that. I'm cool with that. But I'm just saying right now, today, before all of that mess happens, I want to say congratulations to you for making it. There's going to be a group of people who's going to talk about what you can and cannot do, and they're going to be sitting on the couch, right? So congratulations, because you guys have persevered throughout all the situations. I just ran down every team that's in the race to one and some of the difficulties they've had to face to get to where they are. Let's not take this for lightly. This is a job well done. So I'm not going to go into who I'm predicting to win, but I want to give you your flowers. Kudos to those 16 teams in the race to one.